Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's head outside and look outside our weather window from this afternoon. And it was just kind of one of those gray, chilly, kind of winter days, even though we're in late fall now, first day of winter on the 21st. But it felt like it today. Cloud deck very low. Beautiful shot, though, this afternoon of the sun trying to break through that cloud deck. And we did see some peaks at the sun, but temperatures did stay cool. And as we make our way through the week, tomorrow, a cold front will move through, a warm front ahead of that, and that's going to kick up the winds tomorrow. We're going to see that all across north central Washington. Maybe some snow showers then as we get into the end of the week. Mountain passes are going to see snow tonight and once again tomorrow, and then a very good chance that we will see the wet stuff coming up by the time we get to the weekend. And we'll talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Police beefed up their presence at Moses Lake High School today after a social media post circulated threatening violence at the school. The person suspected of stealing a Bobcat tractor from the Chelan wastewater plant last week twice eluded arrest this morning while hauling the skid steer on a trailer behind a pickup. And the state is reminding residents that there's another law coming at the end of this month seeking to limit the use of plastic products. But first, our top story tonight. The driver of a pickup on Highway 97 near Sun Cove lost control on the slick roadway yesterday morning, rolled, went through a guardrail, and plunged down a ravine. Orondo firefighters responded to the accident near the intersection with Weimer Road just after 8 a.m. to find two people inside the pickup, one of whom was treated at the scene for minor injuries. The Orondo Firefighters Association said road conditions were extremely slick and hazardous on Highway 97 Monday morning after a light snowfall. Police beefed up their presence at Moses Lake High School today after a social media post circulated threatening violence at the school. Both the Moses Lake Police Department and the Moses Lake School District said the Snapchat threat was the same one that caused concern at Monroe High School in western Washington last week. Classes at the high school went on as scheduled today. Police said they take the threat seriously, but their investigation thus far has not found the threat to be credible. The person suspected of stealing a Bobcat tractor from the Chelan wastewater plant last week twice eluded arrest this morning while hauling the skid steer on a trailer behind a pickup. The latest incident was early this morning near White Trail Road in Quincy when police say the driver of the pickup tried to strike a Quincy Police Department vehicle that was attempting a traffic stop. Earlier, about 1 a.m., East Wenatchee police spotted the pickup and trailer with the stolen Bobcat and attempted to pull the driver over, but the vehicle fled. The East Wenatchee Police Department said, based on new state laws regarding police pursuits, the officer did not chase the vehicle. The skid steer with a forklift on the front was taken in Chelan last Thursday. The state is reminding residents that there's another law coming at the end of this month seeking to limit the use of plastic products. The Department of Ecology said the new state law will prohibit packaged bundles of single-use plastic items such as straws, utensils, stirrers, condiment packages, and sauce cups. However, restaurant customers can still request such individual items or select them at a self-serve area. The new plastics law was approved by the state legislature earlier this year. Though plastic lids for cold beverages are included in the law, customers will not need to specifically request lids at drive-through windows or at events with more than 2,500 people. Coming up next, East Wenatchee is revising some of its downtown parking. An expanded oversight board is in the works for the Chelan Douglas Health District, and applicants are needed. Tree removal work in the 25-mile fire zone wrapped up over the weekend, and we'll tell you more about that. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Campfire North Central Washington, serving youth ages 3 to 18. Register today in one of Campfire's programs. Club members meet regularly with volunteer leaders to learn responsibility, sharing, cooperation, and citizenship. When a child is involved in Campfire, they will be actively learning and engaged in activities, encouraged to learn new skills, feel a part of the group, learn to work in a team setting, participate in planning, goal setting, and making lasting memories.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Welcome back. And in other news, East Wenatchee is revising some of its downtown parking. The city last week added 2 spaces designated for 15-minute parking, allowing motorists to stop and hop in and out of their vehicles if they need to make a quick pickup. Both are located in the 800 block of Valley Mall Parkway. The city says the move should make quick parking more convenient and downtown shops more accessible. An expanded oversight board is in the works for the Chelan-Douglas Health District, and applicants are needed. Right now, the 8-member board is made up of local elected officials. New state laws require the board to add at least 6 new community members representing health providers, public health clients, and community stakeholders. Interested residents in the 2 counties can apply through the health district's website until 5 p.m. January 10th. New board members will be chosen by a vote of the Chelan and Douglas County Commissioners. The new board must be in place by July 1st. Well, tree removal work in the 25-mile fire zone wrapped up over the weekend. Chelan County Public Works Department says more than 200 dead or damaged trees, which were scorched in the 22,000-acre fire last summer, were successfully removed by a county contractor. Areas of Shady Pass, Hale, and South Lakeshore roads had to be briefly closed for that removal work, but they're now reopened for normal traffic. The 25-mile fire destroyed 2 homes near Fields Point Landing after it erupted on August 15th. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5, into the...
High school sports is back, and NCWLIFE Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Rivercom 911, and Sangster Motors. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
14, they come back.
Now, am I looking into this camera, or am I looking, where am I looking?
We're gonna have you just look at it.
The holiday season is coming, and Santa's making his 15-second commercial for NCWLIFE Channel. Are you? Ho, 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 ho.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The chaotic redistricting of congressional and legislative voting boundaries has caused hard feelings at the local level. The maps now on their way to the legislature separate Chelan County from Douglas and Okanagan. All three counties are currently part of the 12th Legislative District. In tonight's feature story, the Chelan County Board of Commissioners plans to send a letter of objection to the legislature, although they say it's unlikely to have any effect.
It is a bit of a disappointment to me that we have the what will now be the 12th and 7th districts here in Chelan Douglas County. That I think this is really going to have some detrimental effects, like you're just talking about the Chelan Douglas Health District, the Chelan Douglas Regional Court, Upper Columbia Salmon Recovery Board, Chelan Douglas Transportation Council, others. That is really going to affect our ability to work together as a community, as one economy. I would like us to submit something to legislature that expresses that concern.
Well, I think it's a good idea. I'm not extremely hopeful that what we say will have an impact, but I think that we absolutely need to.
Go on record.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so I would agree.
Yeah, I would concur as well. I know that we sent our comment as a legislative executive body for Chelan County during the process, that we were concerned about the fact that Douglas County and Chelan County would be separated out of the district because of the many crossover facets that we have and shared resources, back and forth, and the impact that redistricting would potentially make. And also the concerns of the fact that we are so closely tied. The two communities are so closely tied with the way that we do business with Okanagan County as well. So realistically, Chelan County received the brunt of the impact of the redistricting. When you look at statewide impacts, Chelan County is the one that really, and the citizens here became the losers in this particular piece.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Tuesday was a good one, and it was kind of one of those days out there today with that low cloud deck and very chilly temperatures. Temperatures about normal, actually, but boy, it felt chilly out there as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Thank you to Localtel and Sky5 for providing this beautiful shot. High temperatures today, right on the money where we should be for this time of year. 35 unofficially, and that, as I mentioned, normal for now. 57 is our record high temperature, and that was set back in 1991. Started off the day at 30, so we didn't warm up a whole lot throughout the day today. That's slightly above where we should be at 26 for this time of year. Record low, 3 degrees, and that was set back in 1972. We did pick up just a trace of precipitation overnight and early this morning, and we're staying at 5.15 inches of moisture since January 1st. Sunrise 7:35, and the sun will set at a very early 4:10. Let's take a look at what we can expect as we get you into Wednesday. One word for Wednesday, and that is windy, and we are going to see that throughout our viewing area, especially here in the upper Columbia Basin, also up towards the Waterville Plateau. We will see a lot of wind tomorrow, and that means some warmer temperatures too. 45 in Quincy, Ephrata, and Moses Lake, 44 the high temperature in Wenatchee, 42 Leavenworth, and 44 the high temperature tomorrow in Entiat. As we take a look at what's going to happen over the next few days, tonight cloudy skies, big northwest flow coming into Washington right now. That'll bring some clouds and maybe a 20% chance for some flurries. Temperatures overnight tonight mild into the mid-30s, and all that wind that was in the Pacific will move right here in north central Washington for tomorrow. At least 10 to 20 mile an hour winds here, 30 miles an hour for the Columbia Basin. High temperatures, as we mentioned, warmer with the temperatures in the mid-40s for Wednesday. As we get you into Thursday, we are going to be mostly cloudy, but a big area of high pressure is grabbing all the clouds from this low and will bring them right into Washington State. So we'll keep about a 30% chance for snow on Thursday, but then by Friday it moves in. This is during the day. Most of the snow will stay in the Cascades, but we have an 80% chance for evening snow showers, and here it comes across the Cascades. This then is early Saturday morning, which we still expect rain and snow to be continuing Saturday. And as we get into the afternoon, still kind of a mess around the inland northwest. High temperatures Saturday in the mid-40s. Boy, this system really isn't going anywhere. And look at the size of it. It's just going to slowly slide down the Pacific coast. So we're going to keep about a 50% chance for rain mixed with snow on Sunday. High temperatures in the lower 40s. As we get you into Monday, notice the area of low pressure splits. Here's part of the area of low pressure, here's the other, and that will bring a lot of moisture into Washington State for Monday. Rain and snow is likely all up and down the coastline, and that means us here in north central Washington as well, with Monday high temperatures in the upper 30s. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. Very mild overnight tonight. We're not going to really drop all that much. In fact, our high was 34, so we're pretty much going to stay right there overnight tonight as well. 44 and a lot of wind for Wednesday. We will be partly cloudy, low of 27. And here's where kind of the unstable weather moves into our area. 30% chance of snow on Thursday and 42. Snow likely overnight on Friday and 41. We're going to see a rain-snow mix as we get you into the weekend on Saturday at 45 degrees, and then a good chance for rain and snow both Sunday and Monday. A little bit cooler for Monday, too, with high temperatures then right around 39 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
New novel is now available at Amazon.com. The title, Lost Treasure of the China Bar, details life on the Columbia River and Plateau during the 1800s. You ask, is the treasure still buried somewhere near Chelan? Find out by reading Lost Treasure of the China Bar.
Lost Treasure of the China Bar. Buy it on Amazon.com. $12.99 for paperback, $2.99 for Kindle. A great gift.
At Wenatchee Power Sports, we proudly offer the Polaris product line. Polaris builds the highest quality side-by-side in the industry, with off-road capability that's second to none. The Polaris pre-order program allows customers to purchase the vehicle they want without having to select from limited dealer inventory. The Wenatchee Valley has year-round access to some of the best ORV trails in the Northwest. Start your adventure here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. The Seattle Kraken were no match for the Pittsburgh Penguins last night, falling 6-1 to the visitors at Climate Pledge Arena. The Pens got out to an early lead and never trailed in the contest. Led 3-0 after the first period. Jordan Eberle gave the home crowd something to cheer about in the second, but that was about it for the night.
Tripped up by Zach Aston Reese. Wenberg right in. They score on a delayed penalty. Welcome back to the lineup, Jordan Eberle. It's a lifeline for the Kraken. They're down by 2. 2-on-1 with Gensel. Evan Rodriguez. There's Gensel. They score. Jake Gensel continues his upward assault on the scoring sheet. Danton Heinen with Carter and Letang activating. Letang stopped by DeCord. Rebound is cashed in by Jeff Carter. There's a trailer in Crosby. He cuts across. Here's Gensel. He scores. What a retrieval and what a goal by Jake Gensel. That'll do it here. Tough night for the Kraken. A good night for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and the interesting part of that, if you watch those highlights, you listen to it, and you're thinking, wow, there's a lot of Pittsburgh fans there. Well, think about it. First time for NHL in Seattle, in the Northwest, other than Vancouver. And so you've got a lot of fans that are in Seattle that are fans of other teams. So they show up in force on a night when Pittsburgh comes to town. Seattle's homestand continues on Thursday when they welcome Winnipeg into town at 7 o'clock. The game will be broadcast on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the Wenatchee Wild are back at home this week to practice before heading north of the border for a couple of games at Merritt and West Kelowna this weekend. In fact, Wild will be at Fred Meyer this afternoon to help the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab. Looks like they'll be there for a little bit longer. Wenatchee struggled on the ice so far this season with just 3 wins in 18 games. Interim radio voice of the Wild, Sean Zier, says Wenatchee is playing in a very tough division.
At the standing, literally at the standings right now, I mean, 1 through 6 is almost the same on both ends. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think that with West Kelowna and Salmon Arm and Penticton, they're really good. They just are really good teams. And Prince George is right up there as well. I'm going to say that Interior is probably the more inferior division, only because they have so many great players who are scoring. And the goaltending is really good in this division, too, as well. I just think that, you can't take out Trail. You can't take out Vernon. We haven't even played. I think we might have. I don't even know if we played Cranbrook or not. I'll have to go back and look. But it's just, I think that the play is a lot different.
By the way, the Wild have not played Cranbrook as of yet. Sean appeared this morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. The Wild is set to play at Merritt Saturday night at 7 and West Kelowna Sunday afternoon at 2:30. Well, the Seahawks snapped a 3-game losing streak with Sunday's 30-23 win over San Francisco. Coach Pete Carroll was particularly pleased with the play of running back Rashad Penny.
I think this was a good start for him. I think this is a start for him. I don't think he really has had a chance yet to start this season. And so this was the best opportunity that he's had, and I'm hoping that we can, jump from here. he does look explosive. He does look like you can feel the big playability in him. And when he gets on the edge, like on the screen, I thought he was gone. And last week when he popped, I thought he was going to get out there and still make great plays on both of them. Like 20-yard plays on both of them. So he is important to us. We need him. And particularly without Chris's factor in here, they're totally different style runners, but yet they both factor into the explosiveness of our game. And so it's great to have him going, and I'm really hoping that he can have a good solid week and come back and build one on another and see if we can't get rolling here as we finish up this year.
Seahawks released a video of Coach Carroll in the locker room after Sunday's win, telling his team that we ain't dead yet. We won't show it here on the NCWLIFE channel because there was a little cussing that was in that. Carroll says it's important they continue believing in each other through wins and losses.
We work real hard to stay connected. It's not like everybody's pointing the finger around here. That's not what's happening from me on down, so it's really important that we hang together, and so we've made it a big issue always. Because you can get split up when you're doing good too, when people aren't getting enough praise or they want more, or that whatever, they get distracted by stuff. So this isn't any different. It's all trying to keep it together throughout whatever you're up against.
Seattle will travel to Houston this Sunday to face the Texans at NRG Stadium. That kickoff at 10 o'clock in the morning on Fox. Well, busy schedule for high school basketball tonight. Let's start it off with what's happening on the girls' slate. Wenatchee hosts Hanford at 5:45. That game underway. At the same time, Moses Lake taking on Walla Walla. Quincy's at Cascade, and Chelan's hosting Cashmere. The later games have Omak at Lake Roosevelt, Manson's at Brewster, Pateras hosts Bridgeport, Oroville visits Liberty Bell, and Tonasket takes on Okanagan. Meanwhile, on the boys' schedule, here's a look. Cashmere plays at Chelan at 7:15. That's the same time for Cascade hosting Quincy. 7:30 games have Hanford at Wenatchee, Moses Lake hosts Ephrata, Omak visits Lake Roosevelt, Manson's at Brewster, Pateras welcomes Bridgeport, Aniad's at Soap Lake, Oroville travels to Liberty Bell, and Okanagan visits Tonasket. By the way, if you're wondering about sports back on the NCWLIFE channel, that's a week from tonight. We'll have some wrestling for you as we get ready for the winter season here on the NCWLIFE channel. And by the way, we'll have all the results of those high school basketball games coming tomorrow here on the NCWLIFE channel. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And finally tonight, when holidays roll around, the U.S. military has ways to let its members send best wishes to family and friends back home. East Wenatchee native Daniel Wall is a teacher for service member children at the Defense Department's Kadena Middle School in Okinawa, Japan. He sent these greetings earlier this week.
Hello, I'm Mr. Wall. I'm the band director at Kadena Middle School in Okinawa, Japan. And I wanted to wish you a very special holiday season to all of my friends and my family in East Wenatchee, Washington.
The weather looks considerably nicer there, doesn't it? Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Tomorrow, Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday up for grabs again tomorrow. A pair of tickets to Holiday Dreams, that big Cirque Spectacular coming to the Town Toyota Center on Wednesday, December 15th. I got one more pair to give away tomorrow. I will do it on this program. And my guest on tomorrow's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Mark Miller, the general manager of the Town Toyota Center. We'll talk about holiday dreams and everything else with the TTC with my good friend Mark Miller. Going to have a busy Wednesday. Looking forward to it. Start your day with us. We're live and local with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5, into the High school sports is back, and NCWLIFE Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Rivercom 911, and Sangster Motors. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.